but definitely worthwhile conversations. A podcast focused on bringing people together by drinking, listening, and conversing. So grab your favorite drink and let's see what's on today's menu. All right, people, welcome to Peeps Creek, the cafe. You know, here at the cafe, we always have a conversation centered around a drink. And today I am drinking on my usual, that is bourbon, boom, 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 with a little splash of some sugar free Red Bull, even though I'm trying to reduce my caffeine intake because when I was in Philly maybe a week and a half ago, my eyes were twitching after I had some coffee. Realized I have too much caffeine. All right, so I am your host, Sean. You should know that by now. My information is there. You can reach me at Harp or at Peeps Creek. For those of you who don't know, at Harp is the instruments that I used to play, which is bassoon, French horn, saxophone, and harp. All right, and I am joined in the cafe by Denise. Say hello.
Hello, Sean, and hello, everyone. I am actually drinking on some Coke, almost done, and some water. And my handle name is Hot Puerto Rican Lady because I'm Puerto Rican and I'm hot and I'm a lady. I'm sorry, I had to.
Ooh,
I
okay.
had to copy you.
All right. All right. So this is episode 79. Episode 79 is called What in the World, Carlee? Now, I thought of this title because I don't know if you remember, Denise, but do you remember the kid show back in the day? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? You don't remember that? Carmen San Diego was like there this like spy or something, and it was a mix between a cartoon and real life. And then we were like the detectives with the detective squad trying to figure out where in the world Carmen San Diego is.
We?
The
You mean like
people
the.
wait, you
You
so
need to
you never
stop drinking. You need to stop drinking for real.
no, you never seen that?
Uh,
Oh my god, Google it after this. Oh my god, I forgot you were definitely underprivileged apparently, and I was poor.
No, I was raised in Puerto Rico. I doubt. What's the name? Carmen San Diego?
Yeah, come on, dice. How do you say it in Spanish? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
¿Dónde en el mundo está Carmen San Diego?
Yeah, then maybe that's where it was called.
No. No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. You know what? I'm about to Google it now because
Yeah, Google it
no.
right now. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Come on now, everybody know that she used to wear the yellow trench coat, or was it red? And the detective squad was yellow. I forgot.
I have never in my life seen this show.
And the lady, did you ever seen the movie Lean on Me with the one
Yes.
about the high school?
Oh my God, the first episode was in 91, but it was in the USA. But yes, I know which movie you're talking about.
Okay, do you remember the mother who was always trying to get them off the board?
No,
The
I don't
one who was
remember.
like, um, with when the little boy was like, the girl was like, "You don't know nothing about Mr. Clock."
Mm-mm.
You don't remember? Oh my god.
It
Okay.
only lasted 5 years. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time.
It used to teach children about geography.
Exactly. That was the whole point. And she would be traveling all over the world, and that was our job to find her.
My
Okay.
Lord.
So anyway, well, obviously, we're talking about an individual who didn't travel all over the world. She was kidnapped apparently for 48 hours. But
Okay,
okay.
this is serious. This is
All right.
serious.
No, this ain't serious.
This
Okay.
is serious. This may have happened. We don't know yet.
Okay. So all right. So I wanted to like just talk about this because it took me a moment to really like dissect what was going on. Because initially, like I checked social media. But I don't be on social media like that. Like I'll just scroll through it. And then I saw Tamika, I think Mallory, right? she's an activist, and she was talking about, well, if y'all searching for this submarine, y'all spending $1 million on these submarines, y'all should be able to look for this black girl who's missing, right? And so that that immediately intrigued me because I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like a lot of times in the black community, as well as other minority communities, Hispanic communities, as well as Native Americans, there are people who are missing all the time in those communities, and there is no spotlight on what's going on, right? You don't know what's going on, and there are no resources that are being kind of channeled to search those individuals. Like there's this whole podcast that I listen to sometimes. It's called Missing in America by Dateline. And there was an episode, particularly an episode, several episodes where there was some dealing with black individuals who were missing, females and males, and no one knew anything about these cases, right? Outside of the family and the local police. Like it wasn't any big deal, and they still can't find them to this day. And there's some dealing with Native American, particularly a Native American teenager who went missing, and to this day, no one has been able to find anything related to them, right? And so when I saw Tamika talk about it, it immediately resonated to me because I'm like, oh yeah, fuck that. Let's, you know, yeah. All right. So before we get to the aftermath, okay, what do you understand, or what did you understand when you saw this in social media to be the actual story as presented then, before all the other facts came in?
I didn't actually see Tamika's. I didn't see Tamika until after researching. I saw it for the first time on Shade Room, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, so weird!" That this girl is missing after trying to help a toddler. Like in my head, I was like, "Oh my gosh, they kidnapped her." And they used the baby as a what is it,
Do,
decoy,
yeah, decoy or bait.
decoy to get her. So I was worried. I'm like, oh, man, I hope they find her and that she's okay. So I'm sorry, what was your question?
Yeah. What is that your understanding of the
Yikes, I
facts?
haven't even drank, right? I haven't even drank this. I'm trying not to drink. I
What
feel
is
like
that?
I'm drunk. This is
That's
Coke.
Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
Oh, soda, pop.
Hmm.
Okay. Um, yeah, so now it's weird because I didn't really gather that it was a toddler until I started doing research. Everything
Hmm.
that I understood was it was a baby. And so in my head, and I don't know where that came from, right? I don't know, maybe I was just reading comments or something. But in my head, I know this may sound stupid, but I envision her going down the freeway 75 miles an hour. She see a baby in the middle of the road and she stopped
Hmm.
and try
That's
to,
what I envisioned too.
but apparently it's a toddler. We don't know how old, but a toddler is normally considered somewhere between 2 and 4, right? Or
Oh no, we
two and
know
five.
how old. She told that 911 caller how old she thought that baby
Oh,
was.
what'd she say? She thought the
Three
baby,
to five.
okay, 3 to 5 years old. Okay. Now, did she say the baby was walking in the road or on the side?
She said that she could see the baby from the road, and yeah, she claims that she could see the child. He was between 3 to 4 years old. The 911 caller asks, is it a boy or a girl? She's like, it looks like a boy. She asks what, race the child was. She said white. Well, she said she think it's a boy because she really couldn't tell, but that she thought it was a boy. He had a white t-shirt on, no pants, just diaper. So the 911 caller asked her, does he have shoes? Can you see if he has shoes on? And she's like, I can't really see if he does, but it seems that he doesn't. So
Okay.
she gave a full description of this baby.
Yeah, so according to this timeline that I have, she calls 911, reports a male toddler in a t-shirt and diaper
Hmm.
walking along Interstate 459 without shoes. When she called 911, data shows she drove 600 yards, the length of 6 football fields, while allegedly following the toddler along the interstate. Now, how fast was this fucking toddler walking? If she on the free,
Good
I'm
question.
sorry. It,
It's okay. We,
Hey,
we
six
laugh.
the length of 6 football fields that she followed the baby, how fast was the damn baby walking?
Listen, did you listen to the chief of police or whatnot when he was describing the facts? That's
And
exactly what he said. He said, I'm an athlete person. Imagine 6 football fields. How long that really
yes, and
is.
how
Like,
fast was this baby moving in a diaper with no shoes on and a t-shirt? And she's on a freeway. I'm assuming the traffic is moving at a steady pace.
Mhm.
And first of all, I want to know what her eyesight is because I can barely see the fucking road sometimes at night.
I mean, but your eyes are bad. Come on now.
No, they're
Let's
not
be
bad.
honest. Oh, yes, they are.
Okay, I know some people eyes are real bad, but anyhow, let's. I think it makes sense at this particular point to kind of listen to the 911 call. So give me one moment here.
911, where's your emergency?
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there is a kid just walking by themselves.
Oh,
Like,
hold on,
it's like
hold on. Where on 459 are you?
I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Hoover Met, like to get off by the Hoover Met.
Okay, so you're before that exit?
Yes.
Okay, and were you headed southbound or northbound? Like toward Tuscaloosa or toward 280?
Towards Tuscaloosa.
Okay, and was the child on the left or right side?
On the right side.
Were they walking
And I pulled
northbound or
over, but
southbound?
they're walking towards Tuscaloosa.
Walking southbound? Or how old did they look?
Like a toddler, like maybe like 3 or 4.
Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them?
Yes.
Okay, are you with the child right now?
No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though.
Do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, yeah.
Okay, what kind of car are you in?
I'm in a red Mercedes-Benz.
Pause. Now, mind you, people, this is on July 13th at about 9:34 p.m. So it's dark. It's not like this is like 4:30 p.m. where you don't need no street lights on. Okay.
Is that a sedan or SUV?
SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry.
Can you put your hazards on for me?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do they look like they're injured?
No, they don't.
Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian?
They're white.
Okay. Is it male or female?
I think it's a little boy.
White male? Okay. Is he wearing clothes?
Yes.
Okay. What is he wearing?
It's a white T-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper.
And you don't see any cars anywhere?
No cars are anywhere.
Now, this baby is 3 to 5 years old. I don't know why he ain't potty trained, but we'll come back to that.
I
But
thought of that too.
Okay. All right. What's your name?
My name is Carlee Russell.
And you don't see any injuries on the child from where you're at, correct?
No, but I can't really see them that good.
Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them.
Okay.
All right. And do they have shoes on?
No.
No shoes?
Not that I can see. I can't really see that well.
Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay?
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
okay, so now hearing that 911 call, now trying to take away the fact that we kind of know other stuff that's happened thereafter. What's your initial reaction to that?
I have questions, like I am still wondering, why are you the only one that has noticed this child? No one else has noticed them. No one else has called it in.
They trying to get home. The food is late at night. They're trying to eat dinner.
I get it, but let's say out of 20 cars that have passed through this interstate, at least 2 people will call in and
Well, they
say,
don't have 20/20 vision like she does.
okay, again, why has no one else called this in? Another thing is she keeps saying they. Every time she refers to...
Well, she's using the proper pronouns. You could say they to me, because she says she doesn't know. She doesn't know. It looks like a boy, but she doesn't know the gender. So they would be a real pronoun to use in that incident. In that instance.
Nah, it would have been me. I would have been like, he is wearing a. You know what I mean? Like, in my mind, I would not be thinking I'm gonna refer to them as they because I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I'm sorry, like
She probably just went through training because she's a nurse student, so she probably just went through training about proper pronouns of patients, and so it's easier to say they versus trying to relegate them to a specific gender because they may not identify as that.
good call out, but still, to me, if I'm looking at this child and I have eyes on this child and I think that this child is a boy, and maybe I'm wrong, but I will continue to refer to this child as he doesn't have all he has is a diaper. He doesn't have no shoes on. But
Mhm.
that's just me.
Well,
Um,
sorry, go ahead.
no, that go ahead.
Because honestly, this is my first time listening to the 911 call. And my first reaction is this. Okay. First of all, her voice don't really sound like she is concerned. It sounds like she's just like reading the script and don't know what to say on it. Now, that might be because I know stuff about
Right,
after
right,
the fact.
right.
But the tone and tenor of her voice is not one of an individual who is deeply concerned about a toddler in a diaper walking on the side of the road of a freeway and a t-shirt with no shoes on. The other thing is, why didn't she didn't say there was any cars in front of her stop. She didn't say there was cars behind her. She didn't say there was any other indication of anyone else there. So
Mhm.
why wouldn't you like pull to the side and ask the baby out your window? I get it. You may not want to get out, but hey, baby,
Where's your
are you okay?
parents?
Where's your parents? What's going on? Are you okay?
Yeah,
None of
I
that
agree.
is there. Like, and there's no indication to her that she is in any kind of danger, right? And she doesn't even say, she says where she is on a freeway, but she didn't say, I pulled over and I'm stopped on the side of the road, right? I didn't hear her say that.
I
She
didn't
didn't
hear her
say,
either.
I'm following the baby either, right? To the 911 caller. So I'm like, where the fuck are you? Like, did you keep going towards the exit? Because obviously you're on a freeway. The concept of a freeway is traffic is moving.
I think she said she was stopped though, because that's why the 911 caller said, "Keep your keep your
Did
eyes
she say
on
she was
him."
stopped?
I think she must have.
I don't know. It
It
just sounds
can't be that
weird.
they assumed that she was because she told her put your hazard lights on, keep your eyes on him.
Let,
So
yeah, I'm not sure she really says she stopped. Um, I don't think that's really clear, but maybe I didn't hear it right.
yeah,
Okay, but the other thing, I'm like, if this is a baby that's 3 to 5 years old, why the fuck is this baby still in diapers?
yeah, I thought that too. But
I
then I didn't think too much of it because she's not a person that has a child, so maybe she doesn't think anything wrong because of that. But when I heard the 911 call while searching for this, I was like 3 to 4, and he's still in a diaper. Like, yeah,
Yes, that's okay. All right, so that was July 13th, around 9:34 p.m. that the 911 call comes in, and then we find out that the family on the next day, July 14th, around 7 a.m., the family begins searching for Carlee, um, and um, and they ask individuals to join in. So, um,
but
go
you left
ahead.
the fact that after she hung up with the 911 caller, she called her sister-in-law and was on the phone with her sister-in-law, telling her what was going on. And then they hear a scream and they lose contact with her, but they can still hear that the phone line is open.
Oh yeah, so let me pull this back up. So this is
Yeah.
a timeline that I'm going to use because I think it's helpful. It's an interactive timeline from a local news company there. Do you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so it says after the July 13th, so after the 911 call on July 13th, Carlee Russell calls a family member, which Denise has identified as quote unquote the sister-in-law, which is, are we talking about her boyfriend's sister or is we
No,
talking
her
about,
brother's.
okay,
I don't know if it's girlfriend, wife, or whatnot.
all right. So she calls a family member and says she was stopped to check on a toddler on the interstate. The family told investigators they lost contact with her, but the phone line remained open. Police arrived at the scene to find Russell's car and personal belongings, but no sign of the toddler. The food items were also missing. What food items? Was she was getting food?
I did not know this. Apparently, okay, so you know that the reason she's going through this interstate is because she had just left work. But apparently, she stopped at Target and she had snacks from Target. She had purchased snacks. She had taken from her job a rope, toilet paper, and I can't remember what was the other item, and the snacks. All of that was missing.
Wait, she works at Target?
No, she works at a spa,
Ah,
at a spa location. So from her spa, she took a robe, toilet paper, and I can't remember what was the other item, but she stopped at Target and she bought snacks.
so
So
wait,
all of that was missing.
she said she said, "Look, if I'm gonna go missing, I'm gonna be missing comfortably. I'm gonna put this robe on, and I'm gonna have some tissue just in case my allergies mess up. I need to blow my nose. I need that available." I mean,
Mhm.
okay. So, but when the police arrived, what I recall the little bits from social media is that when they searched her car, they found her Apple Watch,
Mhm.
right? Her
Yep.
wig.
Mhm.
Somebody either she didn't snatch that shit off from struggle, or somebody that snatched that shit off of her head.
No, she took it off when she finished work. You know, when you work, you're free. You're about to go
How
home.
you know that? Did she say that?
I'm saying I'm the one saying it.
No, I think they were trying to say that that was a struggle. I think that's why she left it there. But okay, her wig, Apple Watch, and what else was there?
Her phone and her
Her
purse was still there.
phone in her purse. All right. So all that was missing. All right. Now, how did we get to the fact that there was potentially a white couple that abducted her?
She says that when she returns back 49 hours later. I'm so
Mm,
sorry.
mm. All right. All right. So, okay, wait. All right. So July 14th, so she go missing sometime on July 13th after 9:34 p.m. after the phone call where she miraculously, of all travelers on this road 459, this expressway, okay, because she got exceptional vision. Because
Mhm.
she could see the toddler in a t-shirt and diapers, but don't know the gender of that particular
And a
toddler.
white t-shirt. So it's the
White
white
t-shirt.
t-shirt that you know her her vision. She must be really good. So the white t-shirt called her out.
Yeah, as she traveled 6 football fields behind this little toddler. That toddler better be if he ain't on somebody's professional football team tomorrow
But you know what's crazy
as
too?
a
That
running back, I don't know what to say. Go ahead.
the CCTV thing, the video cameras show her driving with her hazard lights on.
Yeah, but the CCTV also shows you can't see jack shit because it's dark as hell
Exactly. That's what
on
I'm
that
saying.
goddamn
Like
highway.
the fact that there was no other, if you were kidnapped, where's the other vehicle? You know what I mean? Like you would think that you would see either, you may not see the other vehicle because they hid in the car, so nobody can see it, but you would see something. You would see, I don't know, but they didn't see none of that. All they see is her car, and then they see her getting out of the vehicle, and that's it.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. All right. So so let me pull this timeline back up because this is all some bullshit. All right. So on July 15th, in the afternoon, 911 dispatchers receive a call from Red Roof Inn and Vestavia Hills that family members of Carlee Russell showed up. Family members told the person in the lobby that they received a call from Russell saying she was at the motel. Police say there's no evidence of someone signing in under her name. So let's listen to the
I did not know that.
911 call.
754 unclassified complaint 1466 Montgomery Highway at the Red Roof Inn, the front office. Per caller, family members at this location saying they received a call from the female that's missing, Carlee Russell. 754 family members are saying they received a call from the female saying she was at this location.
No, we don't know what they're saying.
754 en route.
6 of the responding units. I just spoke with the front desk clerk. They said that the family is not being hostile or anything like that, but that there was about 6 carloads of people that have just shown up over there.
5-4 copy. Did the front desk have anybody check in under that name?
Negative, and according to the front desk, the message that the family got did not state which Red Roof Inn. They don't know if it's going to be Vestavia or another location.
760 on scene.
Wait, so the family don't even know which Red Roof Inn, but they happen to all pile up to that Red Roof Inn?
Listen, why I'm writing that now? Like, what? That'll make no sense.
What information they got that we don't? Okay, hold up. All right.
I have questions.
Okay, what's your question? Because I can't answer them.
Why didn't they call police? Wait, what was the timeline again?
That was July 15th in the afternoon.
Exactly. So July 13th, when this all happened, you guys had already engaged the police because the police had arrived at the scene. That's when they found the car. 5 minutes after the family, after the mother, because it was the mother who had called the police, Hoover police arrived at the scene within 5 minutes. So the police already knew she was missing. Why didn't you call the police? Why did you take it upon yourself to? I mean, granted, I would drive myself to the Red Roof Inn too, but I would have called the police to say, hey, she just called from here and said she's at this location.
But they don't know which Red Roof Inn.
But how did they get to that one? 6 family members, 6 people arrived to the same Red Roof?
That's what I'm asking. How did they know that one? The officer said that when they went there, they said they don't know which Red Roof Inn. Is that because that's closest to where she lived? Is that closer to 459? Like, how did they come to the conclusion that that's the actual Red Roof Inn that she was at?
Because they spoke to her. It says on your timeline, Russell called her parents. Don't it say that?
Yes, it says 911 receives a call from a Red Roof Inn in Vestavia Hills that family members of Carlee Russell showed up. Family members told the person in the lobby that they received a call from Russell saying she was at the motel. Police says there's no evidence of someone signing in under her name. But we just heard the officer say that when they arrived, the family members said they don't know which Red Roof Inn because apparently there's 2. So I guess they just decided of the 2, all 6 are going to pop up there instead of 3 going to one and 3 going to the other.
She told them. When she spoke to them, she told them. But then when they got there, they all freaked out because she had left and then decided to
left
stay.
With whom?
Listen, I am hoping that they hurry up and come back with.
I'm so confused with what's going on with this case. I mean, I was so gun-ho initially. I was like, save our black girls. Save our people. And now she over here talking about she had a Red Roof Inn and then she checked out. First of all, she checked in and then she checked out. Now, let me not make light of this because, there could possibly have been a situation where the abductors checked in and tied her up in the truck or whatever they were in. And when they got their room, they pushed her in because with a Red Roof Inn, you don't necessarily need to go through the lobby to get to an elevator to take the person up with you. So they could have, rode around straight to the door and like shoved her into the room. Now,
and we still don't know this could be true.
Huh?
This could still be true,
This very well could be true, but I wonder, did she say how she got loose enough to call her family members? Because if the Red Roof
I didn't even know that had happened.
The Red Roof Inn, let's be clear now, these are not suites. Okay, so you're not going to have you ain't gonna have a door with another bedroom. Okay, you either gonna have like those little twin beds right there. They're all gonna be right there. That little bathroom right there, and that little sink maybe in the middle, where you brush your teeth. So what I want to know is, I mean, did the abductors leave to go get food or get some pop? Like, what happened? And what would make them immediately move out of there after she made the phone call? And did the family say that there was any kind of angst in her tone? Was she fearful for her life? Like, what's going on?
I didn't even know about this Red Roof Inn 911 call, but yeah, apparently, oh my gosh, all these videos just talking about how she's lied.
Okay, let's keep going on because I'm going to get this timeline together. Now, July 15th at 10:44 p.m., Carlee is back, baby.
Wait, but go back. So what time did the Red Roof Inn happen?
It said in the afternoon of that same day.
Oh, it doesn't have a time. Okay.
No. Now, 10:44 p.m. she returned. Police received a call that Carlee Russell returned home on foot. Now, we don't know if she got her shoes or not. Like the baby didn't have the shoes on. We don't know if that's the same thing. Surveillance footage shows Russell walking down the sidewalk alone before riding home. The police respond to the scene to investigate, and medical professionals take Russell to UAB for evaluation. Russell had a minor injury to her lip and $107 in her sock.
You know.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Hold up. Wait. Wait.
This is serious.
Oh, no, stop. Wait. Hold up. Wait. They abducted her. For what reason? They want money or they didn't want money? What they want?
They didn't know she had money because it was in her socks. They didn't see her.
But why did they? Do we know why they allegedly abducted her? Did they ever ask for money?
Mm-mm. We don't know.
Okay, so she had $107 in her socks. Okay,
but you know what's?
But she had no alcohol or drugs in her system, and they obtained a statement from her. So let's go and listen to that. All right, not $107.
442 for 71.
42.
71. It's going to be 459 south. Mile marker 10. It's going to be a child walking on the 3 or 4 year old child walking on the side of the interstate next to her. RP's going to be close by in a red Mercedes sedan with the hazards on. Child's going to be a white male wearing a white t-shirt and a diaper.
42 copy from YMCA.
Advising there's no cars in the area. Looks like the child's been abandoned on the side of the road.
So, by the way, sorry, this is another call from the 13th, the time that she alleged that there was this baby on the road, but it's a different version.
For when you still got him on the phone.
Negative, but she's stated that she would stand by for police.
42, call her RP back. She's not at their vehicle.
10-4. CLA, red and color to Nicole Russell out of Birmingham, 10-11.
I'm around on 71 as well.
10-4, we're not getting the female to answer.
42, I copy.
10-4, that's the RP. We're trying to call her back. She's not answering.
Out to the interstate as well. Can you give me a description on the child and were they southbound, walking southbound?
10-4, southbound, walking southbound. It was a toddler, 3 or 4 year old, wearing a white t-shirt and a diaper. RP arrived in a red Mercedes, unknown what the RP's description is going to be.
Copy. Thank you. 42.
All right, so we kind of heard that. So now let's talk about after she arrived on July 15th. So apparently there's a statement from Carlee Russell. For those of you who are looking at the video, you can see it on the screen. For those of you who are watching us, listening, I'm going to read it so that you actually can understand what happened. So according to this timeline, when Carlee Russell got out of her car to check on the toddler, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. Okay. The man picked her up, took her over a fence, and the next thing she remembers was being in the back of an 18 wheeler.
Mhm.
Okay, but how did her Apple Watch get into the car, her phone get into the car, and her wig get into the car?
Into what car?
Her car.
Because she got out of work. Remember, she got out of work. So when she got out of work, she took off all of her items, all of her stuff. She was done with
Don't
work.
nobody take off their Apple Watch in the vehicle. Don't nobody take off their wig in the vehicle to ride home.
Carlee does.
You mean
You ain't gonna tell me nobody does what Carlee does.
the man picked her up, took her over a fence, and the next thing she remembers, she was in the back of an 18 wheeler. Now, how she know it was an 18 wheeler? But because she didn't obviously she give us a description of the 18 wheeler? It could have been a regular truck. Okay, whatever. In the truck, there was a man with orange hair and a bald spot.
Yep.
Okay, orange hair and a bald spot. Russell, she talking about Donald Trump? Let me stop playing. All right,
A
Russell.
lot of people said that.
Russell reporter also heard a woman and a baby. Where? In the cabin?
Yeah.
Okay. Russell escaped the truck but found herself back in a car and taken to a house where she was undressed and possibly photographed. A woman fed her cheese and crackers and played with her hair. What kind of cheese? I hope it's Gouda because that's my favorite.
Yeah, I hope it's Cheez-It.
No, cheese and crackers. So, like,
Oh, I thought it was cheese crackers.
no, not that. It says cheese and crackers. Cutting up. She was able to escape. She don't really tell us how, and found herself running through the woods and then near her home. So, what's your thoughts on that?
I have questions.
Mhm.
I have plenty of questions.
Other than the fact that you trying to figure out if it's Gouda cheese or if it's just cheese, but
Listen, to me, it was cheese crackers. It was the
what's your question?
Cheez-It cheese crackers. My thing is that she claims that she didn't see the lady. She didn't see the female, but she just heard her. But how
Mhm.
did she feed you the cheese and the crackers? She just put her hand out and you took it? I mean,
Well, I think what she was saying is that when she was in the truck, she heard a woman and the baby. But when she got to the house, the woman, or not the woman, because she didn't know what the woman was and when she was in the truck, but some woman fed her cheese and crackers and played with her hair.
and then they undressed her. They took pictures. Yet you're
Well,
telling me
possibly took pictures, but go ahead.
I don't even care about the pictures. This is where I'm trying to get to when I say undressed her. They undressed you, but left the socks on because you're telling me that these people undressed you and didn't see you had money in your sock.
Well, probably because it was under her. What's that? What's that? You know how people are flat footed and they don't have that arch. What is that called?
They undressed her. To me, undressed means they took everything off of you.
I think what she was saying is they unclothed her in her main area, but they left her socks on because it might have been cold. We don't know. They didn't have heat. It
Listen,
could have been in the basement.
listen, I'm done. I'm just done.
Leave my girl alone. Okay. She went through trauma right now. All right. Now, what we don't know is she was able to escape and found herself running through the woods and then near her home. How she
How do you even know you were close to your, like, I don't know.
okay.
Carlee.
Yeah, I mean, this story ain't storying.
And it's so sad because these things happen. These things do happen. You know what I mean? And it's like you mentioned, like so many people are missing right now. And, we all thought that this was really true. And
Well, it might still be true. We don't
you're
know.
right. You're right. I still have hope that it's true
No, I don't. But
because,
go ahead.
listen, I don't either. But I'm going to try to save a little bit of hope because if this story ends up not being true, I want to read to you something that Tamika said afterwards, right? And
All right,
that
wait. Before you do that, let's listen to the police because I know what you're about to say. Tamika just trying to backtrack what she said.
but I don't care about what she said.
Detectives
But
were able to obtain a brief statement from her prior to being treated and released. During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler.
Now, I'm going to stop right there. Critically missing from this is the fact that he was brandishing any weapon. We don't hear the man got a gun. We don't hear the man got a knife. What we hear is he mumbled, "I'm checking on the baby."
oh my God,
Then,
stop.
then
Oh yeah.
he picks her up. Then he forced her over a fence, which means that he then had to get over the fence. So if he doesn't have a gun or any kind of weapon where there's a true trajectory, why couldn't she just run then?
Hello.
Oh my God, this is. I mean, if she gonna get her. She should have called me before she got her story to try to plot this story together because I would have been like, "Boo, this is critically missing here." But
I mean, but think about it though, right? What is the holdup to decide is this girl is going to face charges or not?
well, you jumping the gun, okay? Because we gonna get there. All right, come on.
She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of over this statement. Go. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
I'm saying, what is the holdup? What are we waiting for?
Well,
What
her
the girl?
parents. Let's go to the interview with her parents because look, the bottom line is their daughter was missing. Okay,
And she fought for her life.
and she fought for her life. And you know what? It's hard out here for people, and it's very hard out here for people of color. And so I think it's important for us to recognize that there could have been a true kidnapping.
Mm-hmm.
But these were compassionate kidnappers. They were not there to maim her. They were not there to do sexual assault. They just wanted to let her know that I'm checking on the child.
Yeah, she shouldn't have stopped to check on the child.
Because what I still don't get is what do they want? Kidnapping her for what at the end of the day?
I have no idea.
Because she doesn't say they was like, we want to make you our wife child. We need money from your family. We want this. Why are they kidnapping? Excuse me, kidnapping her.
She probably told the police, and that's what the holdup is. They have a lead on who kidnapped her.
Oh my God, you sound like our parents.
And they're
Get your love together.
still trying to conduct their investigation.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and listen to this parent interview.
Yes.
Because this is also BS. All right, here we go. So full disclaimer, she gave an interview on Today. And so we are going to listen to the interview on today. And this is just for purposes of discussion in regards to the public domain that this is in. All right.
To me, I mean, just so much joy. And
This morning, in an exclusive sit down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carlee Russell are speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours.
What did you do when you saw her?
we tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. Okay, if my child was missing, if my child was missing 2 hours, let alone 48 hours, I don't give a shit what the paramedics got to say. I'm coming up in there and I am going and embracing my child. And you could deal with what you need to deal once I embrace my child and make sure my child is okay. Okay, that's number one. Okay, I'm not gonna be sitting back telling her she wasn't in good state and blah blah blah. And what does that mean? What do you mean she wasn't in a good state? Because she had her socks on and her $107 in her socks.
Listen, I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah, she had cheese and crackers the night before.
Yes, she wasn't hungry. I mean, she got fed. Stop. This is serious.
All right. Let's keep going. Sorry. Let's keep going.
But it's okay.
Last Thursday, police
Okay, that didn't even seem real, but go ahead.
said Carlee called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carlee scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carlee or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period. The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know people could be so evil.
Okay, wait. What does she mean by people texting her maliciously lies? What malicious lies, girl?
Yeah, her daughter lied.
No. What malicious lies is she talking about? I'm so confused.
I don't know because she hasn't shown what the messages were.
I feel,
Authorities have not indicated where Carlee was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
And can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say...
Wait, why not? I'm so confused. Why can't you discuss that?
It's an open investigation, and they have a lead on the suspects.
What does that have to do with them discussing the fact that my daughter knocked on the fucking door, who's been missing for 48 hours, and when she knocked on the door, I saw her as such and such, and I embraced her? What factual allegation does that have to do with anything with the fucking investigation?
Their lawyer has informed them not to speak out.
Oh my God. Yeah, because they know that more likely than not, she's going to be charged.
It's sad.
Like, what investigation is she talking about?
There has to be some investigation because either you're going to come out and tell us that you found who did this or you're about to charge her for lying.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what did you think about that interview? I just think it muddled up everything else. But go ahead. What do you think?
I think that it had to happen because they made it so they made the entire fact that she was missing so public that now the fact that she's been found and the way she was found and now everything is not adding up, they had to do that interview to try to, this is my opinion. This is just my opinion. They had to like save face and make it seem like, no, this is serious. This is real. This happened, so that's what I want to believe. That's what I want to
Okay,
think.
but let me ask you this, because ain't nothing they said in that interview made me believe that this is serious. First of all, they said we can't talk about it because it's an ongoing investigation. First of all, how many victims' family have you seen on the news to talk about what's going on in their family, about what impacted them? And how many families have indicated, because of the investigation, I can't tell you how ecstatic I was to see my daughter who's been missing for fucking 48 hours? Where we at with that? Because I just don't understand where that falls
But
into.
see, I still have hope, because there seemed to have been a witness that saw the car. You can laugh all you want. A trucker.
Wait, someone car. I'm sorry.
Listen, a trucker said that they saw her car with the door open and a gray car that had pulled in front of her. So that gray car could have been what? No, well, they say it was a truck. Stuff is just not making sense now.
No, that makes no sense. She said that she got out to check on the baby. Some random man whispered out of the tree, "I'm checking on the baby," picked her up, and then took her over a fence.
I don't know, because the
So this
CCTV don't
great
show.
car probably pulled over. It's like, why the fuck are you stopping in the middle of the road, girl? You need some help. Your tire flat? What's going on, boo?
I know they probably were trying to start thinking that her tire was flat.
Right, or your engine is messed up. What's going on? Your transmission is gone.
I
Like,
don't know, man.
stop. Oh my god.
It's sad. It's really sad,
All right, and so it's not until the 19th that we really get into the search history issue. Okay, we'll pull this up, because I really think this is I think this is important for the people to know. Okay. All right. So Carlee calls on the 13th. Now, between July 11th and July 13th, before she calls the police, Carlee searches on her phone, or her computer. I think it's her phone. It shows, and this was analyzed by the U.S. Secret Service, so we can't say that this was a local police job that's trying to sabotage the image of some black woman who has experienced trauma. Okay, this went up to the federal government. Now, y'all might not, all of y'all might not agree, especially those people who were scaling the Capitol on January 6th. Y'all might not believe this to be true, but putting that aside, Carlee says that they did an analysis of her search history. It says she searched. You have to pay for an Amber Alert or search. Now, she worked where? At a spa?
I think that was a typo, because I have it as, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert?
Okay, well, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Do you?
I don't know.
And
I would always hope I'd never have to do an Amber Alert on my kids.
Let's be clear. When you go to a spa, are you going to a spa to research Amber Alerts?
This was at 7:30 a.m., so I
Yes,
doubt
but
that
I'm
she
trying to
was
see
at
if
the
this is
spa.
relevant to her job. Is this something you want?
She probably received an Amber Alert before, and she just wanted to know, I'm curious, do you pay for Amber Alerts?
Okay. Then the other one says, how to take money from a register without being caught.
That one, girl, because if you figure it out, share the secret.
The other one says Birmingham bus station. I don't know.
But this shows you she couldn't sleep, because that how to take money was at 1:03. The Birmingham bus station, I'm sorry, 1:03 a.m. The Birmingham bus station on the 13th, the day she did it. At 2:13 Birmingham bus station, at 2:35 one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville, and then 12:10 the movie Taken.
Taken. Was that Taken 1 or Taken 2? Which one? Because
Taken 2.
Oh, Taken 2.
Wait.
Which
No,
one?
just Taken.
Oh,
Just Taken.
Okay.
And then the one that says the maximum age of an Amber Alert, that one was from her work computer.
At what time?
It doesn't say.
Mm.
It just says that she Googled it from her computer.
And then it says other searches that police say shed light on her mental state but would not be released.
I'm
All right.
assuming it may be like how to hurt myself or do stuff like that, you know.
Oh, yeah. And here's where it says, going back to your concept of the toilet paper. Surveillance footage shows Carlee Russell concealed a bathrobe and toilet paper from her job at the Woodhouse Day Spa. She stopped to get food at the Colonnade. I don't know what that is. And then Russell went to Target, got snacks, and then stayed in the parking lot for a few minutes. All right. So now that we have this, I mean, what's kind of your perspective of this? Do you think this is like just happenstance?
Just what?
Happenstance, like these things, these searches, these peculiarities that seems to muddle up the story. Do you think that's just by chance, or you think that sister was kind of orchestrating this?
I think she was orchestrating it. I think that she must be going through something and felt that this was the only way out. Doing this was her only way out.
And what we don't know, at least not, I haven't seen anything. What we don't know is whether or not there's any history of mental illness at all. But I do want to, I think I would be remiss without doing this, that we need to also think about some of the things that, some of the things that individuals have been saying in regards to her mental health. So, for instance, I'm going to pull up one of her boyfriend's um, communications in regards to this. And I want to make sure that we are not contributing to this. But Carlee's boyfriend, Carlee Russell's boyfriend, I don't know his name. I think his name is, what
Thor.
was his name?
I mean, I'm
Thor?
sorry. No.
Or something. How you spell it?
Thomar Simmons.
All right. Is that Timor or Thimor? Whatever. So the boyfriend essentially posted and said that in light of the ongoing investigation into her alleged kidnapping, that individuals need to consider her mental health and nobody deserves to be cyberbullied. So we're doing this podcast and we're discussing this particular instance. And obviously I've been laughing at some of the allegations and some of the factual evidence that has come out thus far, right? Without there being some solidification about the end result of what the evidence shows. But what's your take on that? Do you think that people having kind of visceral reactions to the allegations in this particular case, do you think they resonate with being cyberbullying?
I don't know, man, but Thomar or whatnot, I get it, but I get what you're saying. It could be cyberbullying, but this could have all been avoided if she wouldn't have taken it to these extremes.
But what he says in another post, or in that same post, is that people need to think about her mental health. Like, think about her mental health. She doesn't deserve that. In other words, like, we are having commentary on this, I guess, story slash attempted or slash allegation of kidnapping. And so are we contributing to the perspective of engaging in cyberbullying?
We are, we all are. But again, I get what he's saying, right? Yes, we all have to consider her mental health. But again, a lot of people went through a lot of trouble trying to locate her, trying to find her. You know, companies came up with reward money for her, you know, for her return. Um, I mean, you can do that face, but in a way, you know, you are not you, but I mean, like people that do repost, like for example, that guy that I've been sending you on Instagram, love his freaking videos. But
Mhm.
if she were to watch those videos, yes, it's contributing to making it worse for her, because that's all she's going to start seeing, you know, people making fun of her. And now she's probably going to be thinking, once this is over, how are people going to see me? You know, I'm going to lose my friends, I'm going to lose my some of my family and whatnot. So in a way, yes, the reposts, the memes, the gifs, the videos are contributing to possibly making her mental health worse. But I hate to say you brought it onto yourself, but your actions, every action has a consequence, you know, and yikes. I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. Okay. I First of all, I don't have to buy your story. Okay. I can use reasonable deduction. Okay. I can assess the facts as they are presented to us currently as we've come out. And I can make an assessment whether I believe the story or not. That's not an indication of cyberbullying. Okay. First of all, you came up with this ridiculous story. Okay. Now, again, by me saying the ridiculous stories, that is the presumption that I have come to the conclusion that I don't believe the story of kidnapping. Okay. As presented. Okay. Just don't believe it. So you want people to buy that hook, line, and sinker without questioning it. Why? And why is it that now I need to consider your mental health as a result of that before I decide whether or not I'm questioning the allegations that you're making as it relates to a crime that is, by the way, that is projected on many people of color without their story going into the spotlight, and you choose to bring this story into the spotlight. And oh, by the way, there may be other issues with this, right? The only reason it may have reached mainstream is because the baby who allegedly was walking on the freeway in a white t-shirt and a diaper happened to be Caucasian. So let's not forget the fact that there are other aspects of this story that possibly kind of catapulted this into mainstream media, right? Mainstream media. Okay. Why is it that I need to now consider your mental health because I'm questioning the veracity of the story that you're giving because it just doesn't make sense? Okay.
I don't think he's necessarily saying it, for example, for people like you and me who are just doing this podcast about it. I think he's referring more to the people that are creating the gifs, the memes, the videos, and doing the what is it,
Parodies.
parodies of the situation. I think that's what he's referring to. But I want to say I agree with what you said. You guys bought this to the media, but I don't recall at all until I listened to the 911 call, her referring to a race. The entire time I saw articles, it was just a child. I think that the fact that the parents took this far and went to the media trying to shed light to it, and then it got on social media, and then all these big people like that Tamika, the Beyonce's mom, kept retweeting it, is what made it bigger. And I think that's what made Carlee um freak out, because I don't think that she thought it was going to get the exposure that it got. I think that it's like you have mentioned earlier. I think that she thought it was just going to stay with inside the family and local police. I don't think she thought it was going to go nationwide. So I don't think that he's referring necessarily to those that are questioning it. I think he's referring to those that are creating or mocking the situation, because she's home. She's seeing all this, you know, so it's not contributing to her getting any better.
Okay. First of all, I hear you. That's assuming that this is all based upon some mental health. We don't know that.
Right.
Okay. The family never came out and said that she had a history of mental health. We don't have any evidence that she has been seen by any kind of
Right.
psychiatrist or anything of that. We don't know that. So I'm not going to buy into this whole mental health issue. It could be, it could be a sign of potential issues, but until I am made aware, right, that there is either a history of that or clearly from someone who is authorized and educated and licensed to say that they spoken with her, they evaluated her and came to a conclusion that this was part of some kind of mental issue. I'm not going to lump all that into mental, right? I feel like that's an excuse. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude.
No, I agree.
It is definitely an excuse at this particular point. The bottom line is that individuals do not have to buy into something that the facts just don't add up. Period. Right? If I walk into someone's house and I smell cat litter and you tell me that there is no cat in here, but yet I smell cat litter, nothing you are going to say is going to convince me that there was no fucking cat in here. Or else, why am I smelling cat litter?
I don't know why you're smelling it because there ain't no cat in here.
Okay, so the same
That
thing
must
here.
be a mental thing going on
No,
with you, girl.
if in fact the evidence don't support that this girl was kidnapped with her wig thrown off into her vehicle, with her Apple Watch left into her vehicle, when she going 6 football fields chasing a baby, a toddler, in a white t-shirt and diapers, and some man comes out of a bush and says, "I'm checking on the baby." Picks her up without brandishing any kind of weapon, forces her over a fence. Oh, by the way, he needs to go over the fence. She doesn't say anybody was waiting over on the other side of the fence, tying her up or anything
Because I
like
would
that.
have ran the minute he threw me
Exactly.
over the fence.
Exactly. And so all of a sudden you were able to run initially from the 18 wheeler, but then picked up, put into a vehicle. Then you were taking some random home where you were given cheese crackers and somebody played randomly in your hair, and then you escaped and ran through some unknown woods and happened to come onto your father's or your mother's house, and then your parents go on the interview and say, "Well, we can't talk about what we saw when she came because there is an investigation." All that just smells bullshit. Okay, I'm not buying into that. And quite frankly, before he started trying to check everybody else, he need to be checking his sister, because his sister posted. She said, "Man, here y'all go. Since y'all literally waiting on me to speak on the situation and give my thoughts on it, dead face. I just can't believe she fabricated this whole story. Carlee had my family and I believe in her stage play, dead face. She had Tomar, and I don't know his name, so I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. I apologize, brother. And I defended her to the utmost, having me cussed at all these people out, laughing face, parentheses, which I don't regret. You all shouldn't speak on things you don't know 100%, but technically y'all didn't know either, because obviously the story, what she said, close parentheses. My emotions are high. I really could turn my emotions into actions. I mean, I could really headbutt her. LOL. No, seriously, do everything under the sun for what she have done, especially my brother, but I won't do that. I'm going to let God work. I don't know what he's going to do with her and her family, but I know he's turning it around in a positive light for mine. And that is only because we honor him daily. This whole situation is stupid as hell, but at the end of the day, she's the one embarrassed. 100. Everyone is literally on her neck for lying the way she did. They both righteous nationwide right now. I just really pray for her and her family to just tell the truth about everything, and pray for Carlee's mind, because God gonna deal with them, face with the tongue out. Just like everyone that personally knows Carlee and everyone who genuinely cared about her well-being, the from the jump, we really thought she was missing, like everyone else on my timeline. We clueless as well, but my heart goes out to my brother. That's blacked out. I don't see my family go through it. I don't like to see my family go through anything they don't like. Oh, excuse me. I don't like to see my family go through anything they don't have to go through. But he gonna be good, and we good regardless. Exclamation mark. the face like, I'm going. I'm proud of him. He did his part, being a real man and going out searching hard for his girlfriend, like any concerned boyfriend would do. Now that I would agree. But like I said, God is turning the situation around for our good. The little heart hand. He the only one allowed this to play out the way it did. I just want to thank everyone who reached out to me slash us concerned about how Tomar is feeling. He is going to be okay, way better than he was before. Pink heart. She fumbled. Laugh face, strong arm.
She fumbled with him.
Uh,
She lost them, basically, is what she's trying to say.
I mean, yeah. So at the end of the day, I think this is problematic for various reasons. And I'm going to play one more thing because I think this is the problematic piece that this case has allowed to come out, particularly given the fact that there are so many issues in communities of color with respect to crime, with respect to kidnapping, with respect to rape, with respect to abuse, with respect to mental illness, emotional illness, abusive behavior in families and relationships. And I feel like this case has allowed individuals to shed a negative light on our stories. Okay. So I'm going to just do this. She does a
Oh, we
compare.
just need to believe black women. Like, this story is worse than Jussie Smollett. Jussie Smollett hired 2 Nigerians to attack him in a polar vortex, fake attack him, throw some bleach on him. But at least, like, he hired someone to do this to him in an attempt to make it look real, even though he hired 2 big black Nigerian men. But the reality of the situation is that Carlee Smollett, Jussie 2.0, the female Jussie Smollett, she did this. She snatched her own wig. She snatched her own wig. Okay.
So it's like the problem is that we are giving people like her, who happen to be black, who sometimes don't recognize that. I'm not gonna say she don't recognize it black. I think she recognizes she's black, but she is so hooked on being recognized, seen by the majority that that's what she thrives upon. And I'm not going to say she's stupid because she's not. She's very intelligent. If you ever listen to anything, she's very well spoken. She knows what she's saying. She knows how to articulate her thoughts on that. But the problem is that her thoughts are always negative to the group that she technically is a part of, and that's Black people. Um, and it bothers me that this story um, is in the mainstream the way it is because it dims the light on so many other real issues in communities of color with respect to people missing, with respect to people not receiving justice, with respect to people not receiving the fair share of media light that they have. And I know that you said that, I just want to point this out. I know that you said that when you saw the story, you didn't see anything about the baby being Caucasian. And I agree. It didn't come out that way. But the bottom line is that media do their research. They pull these 911 calls. They hear these things. They know what's going on. And so for me, I am not convinced that this was just a story of, oh, there's a missing Black girl, right? Now, whether it's because of the child's race, it could very well be that this was a child involved. So I'm going to put that out there, that the fact that there was an innocent individual who does not know how to make decisions for themselves because they are toddler between 3 and 5, according to Carlee. I can understand how the media will pick this up. But this is just an unfortunate situation where, again, we're being made a mockery of. I'm going to say we, people of color. And it gives authority to individuals like Candace Owens, I think that's her name, and other folks who follow her to continue to denigrate our stories and denigrate our trauma and denigrate the hurt that we have in communities. And for me, it's just unfortunate. And so the reason I really wanted to talk about this is just like, is it's just unfortunate. Like whether she has mental issues or not, for me, that does not forgive the situation because it has a greater impact. It is impacting more individuals than just her family. It's impacting more individuals than just her boyfriend. It's impacting more individuals than just her boyfriend's family. Because again, individuals are feeling like, girl, you fucking up for the people.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we have to think that way, but unfortunately, that's just how it is with the way that we live in America, unfortunately. And people don't want to acknowledge that. People want to say all these other things. But until you live and walk in the shoes of an individual of color, you would never understand and never get kind of all the things that we have to think about every single day in every movement that we make. And yeah, it's just
Agree.
unfortunate to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with every single thing you said. I think that's the best way for you to close the episode. I mean, it's just sad.
Yeah. But if she get charged, bye, girl.
Look, if she gets charged, she just don't know what's in for her. You know what I mean? Like, oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah. It's sad.
Very sad.
All right. So that is the episode 79. It's been a moment. And I recorded an episode prior to this that I'm gonna put out after this episode. It's a solo episode where I'm kind of opening up and being a little vulnerable. But I also want to do this on this episode. I want to thank individuals. I was thinking about no longer podcasting. But I want to thank like Denise reaching out, having a conversation, giving me motivation. I want to thank the podcaster at Slash Boys. We don't have any interaction really, but he saw the story and literally reached out, and we literally talked for like 35 minutes, texting like back and forth messages of support.
Nice.
And I really appreciate that. And I also want to thank my law school friend Veronique. She has her own way of motivating people. Is very sarcastic, but is very helpful. And yeah, so I think it's important for me to recognize those people who reached out to me and gave me like motivation. And even after that, I had a conversation with an individual who was on one episode, Umberto from Portland. We kind of had a conversation afterwards, and he also gave me motivation. So I just want to say thank you for doing that. I would be remiss for not mentioning those 4 individuals for taking the time out of their day to actually reach out, contact me, and have a conversation with me. So I appreciate that. But yeah. So again, episode 79. What in the world, Carlee?
Carlee, girl, what have you done?
Where in the world is Carlee Russell? Where in the world is Carlee Russell? All right.
Right now, Carlee is at home, probably banging her head for what she just did.
She might be going to work tomorrow. All right.
She ain't. She got fired.
I know. I saw that. Good. All right. So I am going to thank Denise. Denise, you want to say anything to the people before we depart?
As always, it's a pleasure and can't wait for next episode.
All right. And I agree with you. And until next time, make sure that you continue to drink, listen, and converse. Peace and love. Look at those. Cheeks. Jesus Christ.
By the way, we need to do new.
Excuse me, I'm not done.
Oh.
That boy is so cute. Look at this smile. Look.
Where's my dog and my cat?
First of all, they ain't your dog or your cat. But until next time, people.
Technically, they are.
Let me close this episode.